Welcome, welcome, welcome to another Tuesday night of Rishik 360 Life in Business. I'm your host, Monica Matthews Smith. And if you have been joining us for our interviews since last year, I believe, we have been interviewing some amazing entrepreneurs, individuals who are leaders in the community just by having their businesses and serving those who their businesses are for. Okay, so tonight I have another special guest, Brian Keith Edwards. But before we get on into the conversation tonight, guys, I want you to come on in, say hey, we talk back, and share this out. I'm going to actually go ahead and share this to a page myself, because you never know who might be a business owner or thinking about entrepreneurship, and the nuggets or the information shared this evening might be a help onto them. Okay, so that is the whole purpose of the Rishik 360 interviews and podcasts, which it reminds me, if you're not following our podcast or our YouTube, go ahead and make sure that you subscribe. But the purpose is to bring entrepreneurs to you each week who are willing to share their journey, and experiences and lessons learned, so that you too can glean from their experiences if you are a startup business entrepreneur, and are looking for inspiration or just even knowledge and resources. Okay. So let me see how I can share this out. Give us a second, guys, and then we're going to come on in with the conversation. Let's see. Well, I'll just share it there. All right. I will share it more onto my page after we are done. Let's see. All right. I can never get that right. All right, guys. Okay, so let me get on and pull up the bio for our guest this evening. Again, I have Mr. Brian Keith Edwards joining the Rich Chick 360 crew this week, and a little bit about him, guys. So Brian Edwards has been in the business world for 9 years. He currently works for LGI Homes, which is the ninth largest home builder in the U.S., as a treasury analyst who is responsible for managing income, cash flow, liability obligations, and company assets. His past experiences include working in oil and gas, nonprofit, investment banking, and now the retail housing sector. Brian founded in October of 2019 the company Building Knowledge Every Day LLC, which is a tutoring service company whose mission is for all students to experience transformative academic progress. Brian served for 5 years on the University of St. Thomas Alumni Board of Directors, where he sat on the Alumni Development, Social, and Nominations Committees. Brian holds a BS in Finance in 2009 from the University of Minnesota and an MBA in 2011 with a concentration in finance from the University of St. Thomas. So, everybody, I want you guys to just welcome Brian. Thank you for coming on the show this week, sir. How are
Thank you for
you?
having me. I'm good. I'm doing well.
Good,
Thanks
good.
again
So,
for
it sounds
having
like
me.
you, what, say it again? I'm
I
sorry.
said thanks again for having me.
You are welcome. Thank you for taking time out of your busy day. So it sounds like you're doing some awesome things. Can you tell us a little bit more about your company, Building Knowledge Every Day LLC, and just where people can also get in contact with you if they are interested in more information?
No, absolutely. So, Building Knowledge Every Day is a tutor. I started this tutoring company. We're a full service K through 12 tutoring company. Well, first we started this K through 12. That's with all subjects. We're talking, math, Spanish, English, writing. You know, then it grew to we extended it into college preparatory. So that means, getting ready for the SATs, your ACTs, and also college applications. The other thing that we also added, we realized that not every kid wants to start out going to college per se, they want to go into their military. So we decided to add the ASVAB exam, which is the basically the military entrance exam that any kid 18 and up that they'll take in high school. They'll be able to take this exam. This exam will determine their job and rank when they first enter into the military. So if they want to go to the Army or even up to the Navy, they have to place, there's certain metrics to that exam. The other thing that we were looking into, and well, not looking into that, we looked into and we added also, we were just thinking, I mean, I wanted to not just create a company that was just there uh, to help kids just get A's in their classes. I really wanted to create something I really wanted us to create something that that basically was that could give a kid a path to a career, a path to a future.
Okay.
So basically, we decided, you know what, how can we do that more? And so not only are we, have we, you know, we've tutored kids into classes, we've asked kids, hey, what would you like to do with your career? Or what kind of job do you want to work? Or if you're already, about to graduate college, have you looked at a resume yet? So we've added resume writing. Uh, we've also, for example, one of our biggest wins as a company, we had a ninth grader who came to us for English, and he was a very good math student, very good science student. He had a 90% in English, but his parents were like, "Oh, I want him to do better, give him 95 or higher." And so we ended up, tutoring the young man. And then his mom came and said, "Oh, well, he has an opportunity to be and this young man's in ninth grade now." And his mom came up to us and said, "Oh, well, he has an opportunity to do a co-op at a engineering company in the Woodlands area." And as for anybody who doesn't know what a co-op is, high school co-op, you'll be able to, you know, do an internship during the day, go to work like a normal person would, and then the student would be able to go and go to school for the afternoon. And his mom was like, "Well, he's never done an interview before. I know you've had corporate experience. Do you think that you can help him with that?" So I said, "Yeah, we'll take a couple sessions and do it." And we coached him up. He was picked. I think it was 500 students, and I believe there was 100 spots. He was able to go do the interview, and I asked him afterwards. I said, "Hey, how did it go?" And he said, "Hey, all the questions that you asked me, this was something that they asked, and I was prepared." And I said, "Oh, okay, cool." And about a week later, I got a text from his mom saying, "Hey, he got the co-op." That was really a powerful moment for me and for the company because it basically let us know, hey, not only is this kid going to be able to, go have a co-op through high school and an internship for 4 years. He's going to be able to go to college, come home, and during the summer work for this company. And then when he graduates, he'll be able to work as a chemical engineer for that company. So building knowledge every day is not just a tutoring company. We are setting up people not just for academic success, but for life success all around. And
Wow.
then another thing that we just added, and I'm sharing it with your show, is we are about to roll out coding lessons. So we do have someone that is a software engineer that's working for us, and we do have a student right now. We kind of had a pilot program in terms of just to see how it would go, but we're about to roll out coding, and that's like I said, we're going to be a one-stop shop for people, and that's the kind of corporation that I am working to grow.
And I think that's amazing because the world that we live in now is technology. So coding is going to be priceless. Just going forward, knowing how to do that, just even knowing the ins and outs of what coding is, so that they're not relying on somebody else and paying big bucks when you're going, your company can provide them the skills to do what's necessary for themselves. So I commend you for that. And so now, where can people get in contact with you so that they can
Yes.
sign their children up too?
So our website is www.buildingknowledgeeveryday.com. We are also on Instagram at Building Knowledge Every Day, and we are on Facebook at Building Knowledge Every Day. So, oh, go ahead.
Oh, no. I have a next question, but you finish up.
No, I was just gonna say that, if you all would like to reach me, guys can go to those websites, and there are avenues for that.
Awesome. I'm sure that you will be getting some contacts. So what made you start a company doing this? Like, there are so many, we all know that education is key and that, our children are our future, but what made you say, I'm going to actually build a company teaching these skills?
So, when I worked in corporate America, one of the side jobs that I had, well, just, I tutored on the weekends. So I tutored for a big tutoring company called Varsity Tutors. It's one of the bigger ones out there. And I just noticed, a few of my clients, there were a lot of clients that look like me and you. And, uh, I just realized the impact I started making, when, it felt good when I heard from their parents, oh, we had other tutors before, but when you came in and, you were able to help them, you know, pay attention, or be able to help them to read, or just made some type of impact and some type of voice, and giving their child some type of confidence in themselves, to know, hey, I'm not just going to school for something. I can go and be successful. And I realized that then, that there's a lot of kids out here that really need the guidance. They really need the help. Uh, and so I decided, you know what, this is something I definitely can do, and I made it my mission. I'm going to transition out of corporate America into this. This is what I need to be doing. This is, and I feel like, with all the experiences that I've had in my life, and there are other folks that with the same experiences that want to help the youth of tomorrow. It is our responsibility. We need to be able to train and help, these kids become productive members of society, because at the very same time, these are going to be the kids that are going to run it.
Right.
We're right now, we're in our prime years, and we're running things, but people have to know there has to be some type of path. But we also got to give kids not just hope, but show them the path to where they can have a better future.
Right. And provide them with real skills. So love it. And so now, do you guys screen kids, or like what's the process for a child coming in?
Well, I mean, we don't necessarily screen any kids per se. So, I mean, on our website, there is a way for, parents to send us a message saying, hey, we're interested. Then we have them sign up, and then on our sign up sheet, we have them tell us exactly what they need help with. And then, we've gotten this up to, up to 48 hours, we have a tutor for the child matched. And of course, we do meet our client. It could be at their home, it could be online, it could be anywhere they want us to be. We are, that's one of the good things about us here. People have asked me, oh, do you have a center yet? No. And the reason is because, we were looking into that last year, but of course with COVID-19, I'm glad we didn't jump and do it. There's a lot of my rivals that did do have that, and it didn't turn out so well for those people. But we yeah, that's how our pretty much our screening process is.
Awesome. So now on the business side, Brian, so as an entrepreneur, and you've been doing this for quite some time, for someone who is just starting off in business, what would you say are like maybe the top three skill sets that an entrepreneur should possess if they're trying to get out there and build from the ground up like you did?
I would say that definitely be a good communicator with people, being able to connect. Uh, yeah, you definitely want to have a good people person. You definitely want to have someone that's good with planning and organizing. It takes a lot of that for the groundwork. And then also, I would say be more like a chameleon in a sense. When I say that, I mean, be flexible. You got to have that kind of personality because you never know what's going to happen during your first few early days of you building your company. And I would say that there's a lot of things, you have an idea on, okay, yeah, my company's going to be like this, my company wants to be that. I should have these many people by this time. You might not get that the first couple of months, or something might go wrong, or you might, be like, oh, wow, I was thinking about it like this, but now I'm seeing it really is like that. You really got to be able to just, yeah, pivot.
To a pivot, and 2020 has taught us all about pivoting.
Absolutely.
Yes, yes. And so now to go along with that, would you say that there are certain mindsets that an entrepreneur should have or consider?
Yeah, absolutely. And like I said, they definitely need to have an open mind, be open-minded to a lot of different things. So, I mean, like you said, there's a lot of people that even, when they start their company, you say, oh, my company's gonna be like this. No, we're not gonna be like that. We're not gonna, want to connect with those people over there, even though that they could help us. Or, it's you've gotta be very open-minded. And I would say, like I said, yeah, just be open-minded.
Open minded. And I
Yeah,
totally agree.
because
100.
COVID, like I said, coronavirus, for the people that were closed-minded, for some of the businesses that were very closed-minded in how they were running things, they're not here anymore, or you hear that they're going to be bankrupt.
That's true.
So, you know, and you want to be able to listen as well. Listen to, if you have a clientele, you need to listen to them. Surprisingly, with our company last year, we were thinking, oh, well, I guess we're going to have to offer, and we do offer an online option, right? But surprisingly, a lot of our clients were telling us, no, 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 we have you because we like the fact, yes, there's coronavirus and we keep all of our workers safe, they wear masks and et cetera, et cetera. But they like the fact that we're there. They like the one-on-one factor to that. They like the fact that their child can ask a question, or if their parent has a question, they have somebody right there to say, oh, well, they like somebody sitting there. I can't tell you how many people I gave that option of, hey, yeah, we can do it, online. They looked at me, they're like, nah, we came to you because of this. Okay, hey. So surprisingly, and I had to listen to that. I mean, we offer it, but a
That there, yeah.
lot of people, yeah.
And that reminds me, it's also a reflection of what a lot of our teachers are seeing. The kids who are doing virtual learning, they're not doing as well, a lot of them, compared to those who are in the classroom. And I think, just like you said, it's a difference when you have somebody right there with you, not only just to keep you focused and stay on track, but it just feels more personal. And I don't know, I can definitely see how in person learning would be beneficial, versus virtual. So
Oh
yeah.
yeah, absolutely. And as you're seeing now, the statistics are coming out. This virtual learning for a lot of kids has been a complete failure.
Yes.
And we don't know. I mean, of course, there's some schools that started last week, and then you had a couple other schools start 2 weeks ago. 9 times out of 10, a lot of people are like, "Oh, I'm sure people are knocking at your door." I'm like, "Well, I said it usually takes about 2 to 3 weeks for a parent to realize, hey, my kid, when the school starts, hey, my kid needs a tutor." It's like,
Okay.
yes. So, I mean, I'm expecting that wave to hit. at some point, especially, you know, knowing what we know now. And, and it's a shame. It really is that it's like that.
Yes, yeah. It's definitely a different educational situation going on right now. But also, so Brian, with all of the children who you have helped and everything that has gone right, we know that in business there are highs and lows. So if you don't mind sharing maybe one challenge that you've had growing your company and what have you learned as you've gotten through that?
Yeah, so I would say the biggest challenge for me, definitely with growth is just getting the name out there. I mean, yes, anybody can make your Facebooks and your Instagrams of all world, but you definitely want to, you know, be able to market yourself, market, the product, getting people because I mean, right now we have just under 1,500 followers on Instagram, which is not too bad and we did that in a year. We just have under 700 followers on Facebook. But being able to get people excited about, say, an educational company. We're an educational company.
Yeah.
People are like, oh, it's not the entertainment. It's not, oh, we're doing Wall Street bets here. It's, hey, we're giving, you got kids. Hey, we're here to help them. And so it's been a challenge, but it's been one of those things that it comes with the territory, and we're definitely doing different things here and there, whether that's doing a giveaway. Last year we gave away a laptop computer, and several gift cards. This past Christmas we gave away. We partnered up with a tax company called TD Financial, where we gave away gift cards, and yeah, we gave away what we called a stimulus holiday giveaway. So that helped, and this was something we opened up to the United States. So we were getting, entrants, people, following us, people sending us messages. I know that for one of our giveaways, it was a teacher in Louisiana, and she's like, "Oh, I can't wait for y'all to come here in Louisiana, and thank you so much for this. And we definitely, this is definitely going to help. This is going to be our school supplies." I'm like, wow, okay, well, so
Franchise. There you go. Okay. And so, Brian, I didn't ask you, are you in Texas, in Houston?
yes, yes,
Okay,
I am in Houston, Texas, and born and raised in Cypress area. So
awesome. Okay, okay. And so now, Brian, so what keeps you going? Like, what is the drive behind what you do every day with your company?
I would say that, well, really, honestly, I would I want to be that example for any kid, that definitely, that either needs a little push in confidence, or just needs the help, or I love what I do, in a sense of, I'm able to, we're able to make that connection. If there was something that's disconnected for a child to not, understand or grasp a concept, that's why people hire me. They hire, people like me to be able to make that connection. That I like the fact that, when, like, for example, one of our students last semester, he was getting 70s in his algebra classes, and then when he was done with us at the end of the semester, he ended up getting a 92 for his term, and ended up getting like an 84. I think it was like 84, 83 for a semester. And his mom was just like, "Oh my gosh, y'all worked so well with him." Yes, that's the kind of thing that, that's what drives our company. It's the results. It's making sure. And this guy is in freshman year, and I told his mother, I said, I think we can get him to, honor roll level. You continue using us. She's like, really? I'm like, yeah. He's looking at college now too. We're getting him started on that.
Wow. So
So
it also sounds like you guys really motivate the kids, and it sounds like they're enthused about coming, because sometimes you hear the story of the parents are dragging their child to tutoring and then on, but it sounds like your company makes it to where they really want to succeed, so that
right, and
goes beyond.
yes, and the reason is because we let them know. we've had to tell kids, hey, I've been in your position before. This is what you have to look forward to. And in terms of, you know, if we could do it over, this is the path that we would have taken, or you would let them know, hey, this is what really, and I think that the kids really take on to that when you tell them the truth about things, and you don't really sugarcoat, academics to a certain extent. I know a lot of people feel like, oh, these kids are different in their learning, or you got to do songs or dances. And no, we don't do that. We're not here to entertain. We're here to tell, and the child understands that a child is able to meet any type of expectation that you set for them. That's been my experience, and that is exactly what is playing out every time, every kid that we do have. And so they end up respecting us at the end of the day. It's not, we're not, mean or anything. We're just, hey, all right, this is what we're doing. So tell me what's going on. And then we push up against the insecurities of whatever they don't understand. And that helps. I mean, you got some kids that will cry it out, but after they're done crying, they understand, they get it. And you have other kids that are like, oh, okay, yeah, no, I got this. Yeah, no, I have to do this. Oh, all right. Just yesterday I had a session with a young man, and he knows how we do it. I'll give him some math problems, and with me, I'm like, oh, all right, well, on this, in order for you to move on, you got to get 100 on this. He misses something. Oh, guess what? You're starting back over. Oh, really? But he's like, I got this. I got you, Mr. Brian. I have this. Okay, so
See,
that's how we do.
love it. And see, I'm not even a teacher and I want to come work for you. It sounds like it's just an awesome environment. And so, Brian, how would you define success? Like so many entrepreneurs, we have our own different versions or definitions, but how would you define success?
To me, one of the other things, how I would really define that, it's not, to me, I mean, yes, we all know that so the tutoring industry, that's definitely a $1 billion industry. It is. There's it's $138 billion last time I checked, and that's across the world. And so, but I mean, a lot of people, they start these things and they're like, oh, we can get a lot of money and make a lot of money. I mean, the money is great and everything, but at the end of the day, when you really have a passion for something, for me, success in this industry is being a blessing to someone else. And when I say that, I mean coming in before, seeing somebody transform. That's what I mean about transformative, you know, having a, having a transformative experience, seeing their whole demeanor change, watching a young man or a young woman mature, or even someone that's an adult that needed help with a resume, or someone that needed help with something that they didn't understand.
Yeah.
That to me, if you're able to see and get positive results, may not be 100%, but if it's better than where you left them, to me, that's success.
That's success. Love it. Love it. Now, if you could sit down and have dinner with anybody in history or from history, who would it be and why?
Anyone from history. Can it be biblical too?
It could be,
Like,
yes, definitely.
no, I definitely want to have sit down with like Jesus. Like, and the reason is because I mean, I would ask him, hey, so all of these questions that we might have, you
Yeah,
know,
for sure.
tell me about knowledge, tell me about this.
Yeah,
What's this like? you know,
for sure.
that yeah.
Love it. Love
Now,
it.
anybody modern, that'd probably be Martin Luther King, or between Malcolm X, Martin Luther King. So, yeah,
Love it. Love it. And so now, who would you say is among your greatest inspirations?
inspire someone that I would say probably between my parents and probably my wife as well.
Okay.
Both of them, I mean, both sets. My parents, they definitely instilled in me that education is very important. Not only that it's an important thing that we do, but it's also, and my dad, he was a not pastor, but a deacon in the church and serving others, and my mother, all, they both served people. And they made me realize, yeah, we may have these material things and everything, but that's at the end of the day, you want to serve other people, You want to be a blessing to other people, and you want to be able to, and leave a legacy that not just something that you just made money all your life and worked all your life. Do something fun. My wife, she actually was the one that inspired me in terms of pushing the name of building knowledge every day. So I had a bunch of these names when I first started. I was like, what about this? What about that? My wife's like, no, no, no. And then like one day it just hit me. I said, well, what about building knowledge every day? And she goes, that's it. Bingo. And she said, you definitely have what the skills and what it takes and the demeanor to build upon that name, building knowledge every day. And it's going to be more than the tutoring company. And she's inspired me in that sense. She's challenged me in every type of way. So, that's why she's an inspiration.
I love it. Yes, wives rock. That's why we are called the helpmeets for sure. And so, Brian, also, what books, if you have read, well, it sounds like you grew up with a wealth of knowledge available to you and resources. So, have you come across a book that has really stood out to you?
I would say, yes, 48 Laws of Power.
Okay.
Definitely an excellent book. It's not to say that in every instance and situation that okay, yeah, it's this is how life works or how you should step in, but in terms of decision making or in terms of just being able to deal with different people and how you should approach that, that book has definitely been an inspiration.
Okay. And it's called The 48 Laws of Power.
Yes.
Awesome. Okay, I'll have to definitely check that one out. And so now, what is your favorite part of being an entrepreneur?
My favorite part is being around people and engaging the clients. That's always my favorite because I like to hear, what before we do the tutoring, I always like to hear from them. So yeah, I know you're over here, but ideally, what do you like to do? Like, what do you where do you see yourself? What is your final goal for us to achieve here? And then we go into, hey, all right, so what career would you like to do? What are your dreams? What are your hobbies? I love hearing that. I love hearing from the parents and how they see it. Love hearing from our students. I mean, it gives us really just a holistic, or gives me a really holistic view on, okay, yeah, this is great. I mean, because we're like I said, these people aren't just a just a client or a dollar sign. These are real people that we are impacting. So
Awesome. 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 And so now, you just mentioned your support system. And, it sounds like you've had this ideal for a while and you've had success with it. So now, what would you say has been among the top contributors to your success? Like, what has really been part of those building blocks?
oh, definitely. Well, not only the client engagement, but I mean, we've had the biggest like how we've become successful is really word of mouth from other people. So we've done really good quality work to an extent of, oh hey, Brian, I've got a cousin over here that now they need that. Oh, okay, so then you know, it, we've been able to get other people to get involved, or not involved, but get other people to sign with us. um yeah, that's pretty much, yeah, it's been a lot of word of mouth so far, which
Uh,
is good.
yes.
But that's definitely been a pillar. um we encourage and we let our clients know, like, look, if there's something bad, by all means go write it, but we haven't heard any, knock on wood, nothing bad so far. So
Awesome. 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 And so now, what would you say that as an entrepreneur you've had to sacrifice while building your company?
definitely sleep. I'm just kidding. And TV. I mean, we turn off the TV. If I do watch TV, it'll be Friday night and a Saturday. But during the Sunday, during the day, it would be okay. We're looking at our content that we're going to be posting for the week. We're going to see if there's any new clients. Okay, great. We'll see how we can deal with them on that standpoint. during the week also, I check in with the client, see how, because I mean, I do hire out tutors, and I, oh, how's everything going here with that? I also, I personally go to client, um, I have client appointments, twice a week as well. So and those won't end until the evening time. So, it's definitely the sleep is definitely something that has been something that I've given up, but it's been worth it.
It's been worth it. Awesome. And so now, you've mentioned your wins, your receipts, and your results. Is there anything else that you would like to pat yourself on the back? Like, what has been like a real huge brag moment for you?
And honestly, real huge brag. Like I said, we're able, telling that story I told you at the beginning. That was one of our biggest company wins. Another thing that we are also doing, we're also helping a young lady right now with her college applications, and we're helping her with scholarship or applying for scholarships. She's gotten into 5 schools already, and she's also so far she's received over $100,000 worth of scholarship offers from the schools that she's gotten. One of them was in Houston Baptist University. Got like $82,000 right there, but she's also waiting on 4 other colleges. So I mean, I've told her just keep a tally on what you're getting, and we're helping her with through all of this. And of course, her mom has told us, she's very grateful that we were able to do that, because, and she even said it herself, because just to a graduating senior, that kind of stuff is daunting.
Yeah.
You had to break down. We started from, okay, what schools did you want to pick, to, we're helping her through the application process and helping her with her essays and editing, and then it was, we found her scholarships to, she wants to go into biomedical engineering, so we were able to find her STEM scholarships, and you know, it's been a process, but I'm patting ourselves on the back, because you know the model that we created is showing that it can work, and so we would like to be able to expand that and do it on a greater scale, and be able to impact more people.
Definitely. Yeah, that's a major blessing. And so now when you're not changing children's lives or students' lives and or families' lives, what are your hobbies?
So for me, I like to work out, but I also, me and my wife like to go on little dates here and there. We went to the Color Factory last Saturday, so that was fun. Also like to hang out with family. We go visit my wife's family in Bayleaf, and then my family in Cyprus, and also, like I said, reading, um, and playing games. No PS5 yet, but
Oh, okay. Love it, love it. And so, Brian, where can we expect to see Building Lives Every Day in the next like 5 years or so?
um, in
I'm
a
sorry,
city near you.
I apologize. Building knowledge every day. I want to get it right. I want to make sure I got it right. I say building lives, but I wanted
Building
to.
life. Yeah, I mean, we do that too.
Yeah,
Uh, no, definitely in the city near you. We can expect, whether that'll be a brick and mortar, or we can definitely look into that in the next 5 years. I'm sure this coronavirus would probably be in control, and we'll know more about how it's going to affect the face to face and public impact. And so, yeah, no, we're definitely, looking into getting into different cities, and yeah, we hope to be in, really, ideally in every state, but we're going, 5 years.
for sure, for sure. Well, I'm praying for you guys, touching and agreeing that all of that will come to pass. And
Absolutely.
so I wanted to look at the comments to see if we had any questions for you tonight as we wrap it up, and then I'm going to ask you to give our audience some lasting nuggets of wisdom for our startup business entrepreneurs. Let me
Okay.
just go quickly here to our comments. Thank you, Tristan, for sharing the broadcast. I appreciate it. Thank you for sharing. Let's see. There we go. All right. Nope. No comments and no questions. So, guys, if you're watching this on the replay, and if you have any questions, feel free to put them down in the comment section, and I will make sure that Brian gets them so that he can get back in contact with you. We will also be putting Brian's contact information, his website, and all of that in the comment section so that if you have a student or know someone who can benefit from his service, then you can definitely contact them directly, because we all know somebody who could use more life lesson training, more educational support. So I will really encourage you to reach out to his company, Building Knowledge Every Day, especially during this time where we know that, COVID and virtual learning, and a lot of our kids just really aren't getting a quality experience with their education this year. So there's a pretty good chance that they could benefit greatly from extra support. And I'm sure our parents, who are probably pulling their hairs out, just trying to keep everything together, they will also appreciate the results and the outcome of what Building Knowledge Every Day can offer their student. So contact them. Brian, any lasting words of advice for startup entrepreneurs, whether they're in your industry or not?
Yeah, no, the last thing I would say is, you definitely want to be patient. You have that quality patience, patience. Don't ever give up. You might see, the first month, I was expecting 5 clients by now or hundreds of clients by now, and I've only gotten one. Or, you shared it with your friends and family, and there was no support from that. Don't get discouraged from that. Have the patience, continue to be consistent with what you're doing, and it will pay off.
Pay off. All right. So with that, guys, I will see you all next week. Thank you, Brian, again for taking time out. I appreciate it.
Thank
And
you.
we'll be talking again shortly. Okay.
Awesome. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you. Bye, guys.